done ratios. You have compared different amounts of different objects. You have been able to see what is the best ratio. And we used test scores where you had a 18 out of 24 or a 12 out of 20, and you had to calculate the best ratio. You had to turn it into a percent. Now it's time to look at the difference between a ratio and a rate and a unit rate. A ratio, which we just said, is a comparison of two numbers. So a rate is a type of ratio that has two different units. And here are some examples of rates. 3 baskets in 45 minutes, 100 minutes for 10 miles, 880 calories in 8 servings, and $12.50 for 5 ounces. If I were to ask to write these as rates, that would mean to write them in fraction form. So 3 baskets in 45 minutes would be written 3 baskets, 45 minutes. 100 minutes for 10 miles. 880 calories for 8 servings. And $12.50 for 5 ounces. All rates are going to have labels on the top and the bottom. Okay. When a unit rate is calculated, you're going to use the word per, or you're going to make your rate over 1. And in class, Rady the Math Cat is going to explain it a little further. For now, let's look at the ones we just wrote: 3 baskets in 45 minutes, 100 minutes in 10 miles, 880 calories in 8 servings, and let's find the unit rate, which means I want to turn these into a 1. If I can do 3 baskets in 45 minutes, how long does it take me to do 1 basket? Well, using what you know about equivalent fractions will help you sometimes simplify rates. So if I divide both the top and the bottom by 3, which is dividing by a form of 1, 3 baskets divided by 3 is 1 basket. 45 minutes divided by 3 is 15 minutes. So I could say that my unit rate is 15 minutes per basket. 100 minutes for 10 miles. I could divide these by a form of 1, which is 10 tenths. 100 minutes divided by 10 is 10 minutes. And 10 divided by 10 is 1 mile. So this unit rate would be 10 minutes per mile. All right, 880 calories in 8 servings. What is 1 serving? So again, we're going to divide by a form of 1. 880 divided by 8 is 110 calories. 8 servings is 1 serving. So simply using a form of 1 and the division we've done with fractions, we have turned rates into unit rates. Unit rates are sometimes called unit cost. And this is something that you will see at the grocery store. In fact, when we take our math class to the grocery store, these are the kind of problems that you will be solving. Going to the grocery store and calculating the better buy is a real-life example of unit rates. To find the unit cost for these tea bags, you need 2 pieces of information: the cost and how many you get for that price. So turning this into a rate means that I would write $4.69 for 100 100 bags. When you go to the grocery store, you will be able to take a calculator. And so I want to show you how you're going to use a calculator to calculate the unit cost. If $4.69 is what it costs for 100 bags, then I have put my price here and I've turned this into a division problem. Remember that this line means divided by. So in my calculator, I have pushed 4.69 divided by 100. And so my answer per bag is this. That is what my calculator says. At the grocery store, this would be written with cents. Instead of saying 469 ten-thousandths of a dollar, they would change it from a dollar sign to a cent sign, and you would actually see it written like this. So where it costs $4.69 for 100 bags, it costs 4.69 cents, which is almost 5 cents per tea bag. Let's find the better buy on these energy bars. So first I set it up as a rate. $19.25 is the cost for 15 bars. That's my rate. And $13.50 is the price for 10 bars. So let's see what is the better price. 19.25 divided by 15 is this. 1.283 repeating. That would mean that on the price tag at the grocery store, they would tell you that your unit price, they would round this, is $1.28 per bar. Let's check out what this one is. 13.50 divided by 10 is 1.35 per bar. That would mean that this is the better buy because the bars are cheaper per unit. Okay, let's see what the unit price is on these three remaining items. So again, we're going to use our calculator and we're going to do $1.79 divided by 20. And we have this answer. But this answer converted to cents is going to be 8.95 cents. So notice the difference in the way this price is written and this price. And look for it the next time you're at the grocery store. You'll see this attached to this because this is easier to understand that this is almost 9 cents, where this is almost $2. Hence the dollar and the cent sign. 2.15 divided by 4 looks like this. And so probably they would round this at the grocery store and they would call it 53.8 cents per pound. And then our last one here, $19.99 for 30 pounds, is this. So we would call this 66.6 cents per pound. All right, for Show What You Know, you are going to write this as a rate and answer both of these questions. Write these as rates, calculate the unit rate, and figure out which one is a better buy. All right, first we're going to write 6 bagels for $7.50 as a rate. $7.50 for 6 bagels. Now I changed it. You could have written 6 bagels for $7.50, but for me I put the price first. That helps me remember what to divide so that I can get the unit price. So the price per dozen. Well, I know that there are 12 bagels in a dozen. So because 6 times 2 is 12, $7.50 times 2 would tell me the price per dozen. And $7.50 times 2 is $15. So $15 per dozen. And if I have $15 per dozen, what is the price per bagel? So if I go back to my original rate, I can divide with my calculator and find the unit rate. $7.50 divided by 6 is $1.25 per bagel. So writing it as a rate and then dividing it tells you the unit rate, the price per one. All right, let's look at this last one. We are finding the better buy for toilet paper. Our first rate is $6.99 for 6 rolls, or $11.09 for 10 rolls. 2 rates of which we're going to divide, find the unit price, and then calculate the better buy. $6.99 divided by 6 is 1.165 per roll. This would probably at the grocery store be rounded to $1.17 per roll. This unit rate would be $11.09 divided by 10, which would be 1.109, rounded to 1.11 per roll. So this one you could get for about 111 per roll, and this one you could get for about 117 per roll. And so you're seeing that the 10-pack of toilet paper is the better buy because it has the cheapest price per roll.